Pookie and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Dana, and in today's video I'm going to create this look using mostly new products that I haven't used before from the drugstore. I said mostly because not all of them are drugstore. I think like one or two aren't, and I've used some of them before, but like I think it's one. Right, however, yeah, let me not yap too much. Like the video, share if you care, and you can comment as you go along. I'm not gonna lie, this look 8 came out better than I expected. If you hear noise in the background, there is cleaning going on, so please allow that. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get started. The first thing I want to do is our brows. I'm trying a new brow product. It's by Revlon. It's called the Blade Brow, and I got the shade dark brown because my hair is dark at the moment. So first things first, brush out your brows. I'm always the advocate for grooming your brows, but I haven't done that yet. So yeah, sue me, literally like sue me. I really hope this brow pencil is good because I'm a Benefit babe, and like Benefit, the eyebrow styler is so good. The MAC one is good as well, and I used to like using Coffee Bean. What's it called? Black? I think it was called Coffee Bean from Black Opal. But every time I go into like clicks, I cannot find it, which is sad. But like life goes on. First impression of this brow pencil: the payoff isn't as great as I like. It gets the job done though. Oh yeah, it's by Revlon. If I mentioned, I got it in clicks. And the brown is a bit ashy, so I don't know how I feel about that. Hi! How are you? Good, how are you? You can clean that side for now. Alright. Thank you. The brows are done. I don't know how I feel about the pencil. Don't get me wrong, it is a good pencil, so yeah, but I don't think I'd recommend it over the MAC, the Benefit, or the Black Opal. However, if this is all that's available, you won't die. Next up, I'm going to try the L'Oreal Infallible Concealers. I like to conceal under my brows so that they're nice and neat. I've never used these concealers before, so this should be fun. What I'm going to do is I won't give my first impression as I'm doing my brows. I'll give it when I'm doing my face. I like the applicator though, it's nice and thick. You see, it is nice and big, not thick. So I'm just going to clean up under my brows. The reason why I'm saving my thoughts for when I use it on my face is because using concealer on your brows and on your face, you can get two different vibes from it. Not gonna lie, some concealers are really good for your face, but then use them under your brows and it's like, what the heck? Actually, let me give my thoughts, so maybe you can see how it compares when I use it under my eyes. To be honest, it's giving coverage. I'm not gonna lie, it is giving coverage. It does feel a little bit runny, but not like as runny as like the Huda concealer, but it's on the thinner side. However, I'm not mad at the coverage I'm getting from it, to be honest, on this end of my head. Oh, my hair is flying. I don't like that. Next up, I'm just going to apply it on my eyes to base my lids. I prefer to use concealer than eye bases because I find not all eye bases give you the coverage you need. So for example, if your eyelids are darker or if you have more visible veins, some eye bases may not look as good, if that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Then taking Beauty Blender. This one's actually from the company Beauty Blender, and I'm not gonna lie, I get the hype. I really do get the hype. If you hear noise in the background, there is some cleaning going on, so just allow that. Right, all I'm gonna do for my eyes is bronze and add a shimmer. So, by the way, the shade I used for my eyes is 338 Honey. So I'm gonna use my glowish pressed powder in Rich, and I'm just gonna bronze my eyelid just to create depth for when I add the shimmer. Also, using bronzer and not like brown eyeshadow will make sure that my face all marries together when I bronze my face itself. With that down, I'm gonna use the Revlon highlighter. I've never used this before, so I'm excited to see. Makeup is multi-purpose, so if you want to use it on your eyes, on your face, it's really up to you. So we're gonna see how it fares on my eyes versus on my face. I didn't do a cut crease because today's makeup look is not really that deep, if that makes sense. It's just something quick that you can do if you want. So I'm not gonna take the time to do a cut crease. I remember, guys, the era of cut creases, like that 2017, 2018, 2016 era, where cut creases were like, you could not go anywhere without someone having a cut crease. And I loved that, to be very honest with you. Well, it's such a nice area for makeup. Now for liquid liner, I'm going to use Huda because I'm very fussy about liquid liners. A nice drugstore dupe though is Maybelline. Maybelline has a very nice liquid liner that I swore by for time. Then I had the issue of I could never find it. So that's how we ended up here. But I'm not gonna lie, ever since I used the Huda one, I haven't really looked for the Maybelline one. They both do really good. So if you're a Huda babe, the liquid liner is good. If you want something more drugstore, Maybelline is also really good if you can find it. If you would like to challenge yourself though, you can try using gel/pomade eyeliners. MAC has a very good one. I love the MAC one. However, if you're not yet there, it's fine. Continue using liquids. Oh goodness. Alright, I'm gonna do lashes and... hold on. I'm gonna do lashes and mascara last. Because I have a mascara that I want to try that was raw on the internet at some point. Let's move on to my face. I'm trying a whole new base routine. Well, not really routine, but base routine products. Because I heard the L'Oreal Infallible complexion range is good. However, I also heard that it's crap. So we're gonna try the L'Oreal Infallible Resurfacing Primer. It says it blurs pores and imperfections, resurfaces skin, has a natural matte finish, lightweight and comfortable texture, extends makeup wear, non-comedogenic. Can't read the other languages, so we're just gonna try that. I'm very fussy about primers. It is a silicone-based primer, and the L'Oreal Infallible is, from what I understand, a silicone-based foundation as well. So yeah, if you're ever unsure about like how to pair primers and foundations, try and pair their base products. So if it's silicone, but then again, that's just my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. Especially because I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit. It does feel lightweight. It does blur. Not as much as a Smashbox primer though. They do feel a bit similar, but I feel like Smashbox doesn't feel as watery. There is a little like matte-ish finish. However, we're gonna move on to the foundation now. I got two shades here. I got shade 392 and 330. Reason being, 392 is a bit darker and 330 is lighter / closer to my skin tone. However, I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer to use foundation that's a bit darker because of the amount of highlighting with concealer that I do. So if you know you're a highlighting babe, I recommend going a bit darker, just so that by the time you finish highlighting, you don't end up looking white or like way too bright. That's a good way to say it. So we're gonna use 392. In fact, let me actually just swatch both of them so you can see. So this was 392. As you can see, it is darker, and then this was 330, which is reading as lighter, but when you blend it out, it does blend with my skin very well. Yar. However, what we're using today is 392, so I'm just gonna take that. This brush from Real Techniques is the Expert Face Brush, is like my new holy grail brush. I love the MAC 170S brush. However, I'm not gonna lie, homie's been replaced. Like, this brush is soft and it blends your foundation really well. This foundation is, it's not thick, but it's not like extremely runny. It's a good in-between, if I'm completely honest, which I appreciate. When the foundation is too thick, you end up putting a lot, or like a lot more than you intended. And when it's too thin, guys, when the foundation is too thin, it sprays out so shit. I don't like it. So, oh, chow. I look like a piece of chocolate and like not in a good way, but it's fine. So we've done that. We've applied the foundation. My first thought, coverage is bomb. I had like a spot over here that was red and it's gone. My under eyes, which are naturally darker, are covered quite well. So I'll give it a good rating for coverage. It's sitting so well. Like, guys, I'm gonna take the honey shade, the 338 from the Infallible concealer, and just apply that where I want a bit of extra coverage. So I'm using this to conceal, right? And then I'm just gonna blend that in. I keep fidgeting because like, I'm sitting on the floor, so because where my table is, I don't have a light and I didn't carry mine. So that's just how life is at this point. I love this concealer. I really like it. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder how these products would fare with like other products. I'm gonna take the Infallible Concealer in the shade Linen, which is 328. It's an extremely light shade. I'm gonna use this to highlight / brighten. Doing this feels so nostalgic of like that 2016 era when we used to draw upside down triangles, right? As I said, it's not the runniest, but it's not the thickest, so I'm gonna let it dry down for a little bit before I blend it out. And then I'm gonna use a beauty blender for this part. This blends out really well. I'll give it points of blendability. I think I should have dried it down a little bit longer, but I ain't gonna knock it. And I feel like once it dries down, it doesn't move as much. So it pretty much stays where you place it / blend it, which is appreciated. Because I don't like it when a concealer starts moving crazy for me. Like, bro. The drying time also isn't as bad, so you don't have to sit for as long. I know some concealers where you have to sit for like 5 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, ain't nobody got time for that. Come through. Guys, I look so good. You actually can't tell me nothing. I actually look really good. Now, the next product isn't really drugstore, but I've never used it before. As you guys know, I'm a Huda Beauty Easy Bake stan. When I don't have this, I use the Fenty. However, I was convinced / influenced by my delusions to try the Anastasia loose setting powder. I got the shade Banana because, guys, yeah, I was scared to try the translucent powder, I'm not gonna lie. And to be honest, I deposited quite a lot into the cap, but we move. I'm gonna take my powder puff, and what I'm gonna do first is make sure that we've blended out the creases. Creasing is normal, guys. Please can we normalize creasing? Like, you're not gonna get rid of it, but you can minimize it. So I'm gonna take this powder and we're gonna go under our eyes. Not gonna lie, this powder feels like butter. Some powders have like, I don't know if this makes sense, but they have that powdery feel. This one feels like butter, bro. It's giving buttery smooth, and I'm not gonna lie, I kinda love that. Not even kinda, I love it. So I'm just gonna set everywhere I applied concealer. Tell me would I reach for this over Huda? I don't know. I feel like if I wanna be snatched to like the ends, Huda is like my goat, especially because of the blurring qualities of Huda. But Anastasia isn't doing too bad. I ain't gonna care. It goes in quite well. So I'm just gonna sit here. Not really to reverse contour, but just to set it. The setting powder sits quite well. I quite like it. Now we are going to... My foot is falling asleep, damn. A jade break. Now it's giving bronzer. I wanted to try the Infallible powder as a bronzer, but then, they didn't have the shade I wanted. So I'm just gonna go in with my glowish powder. Is my bronzing brush? Okay, it's actually dry. Wow. I left my proper brush for contour and bronzer at home, so I'm just gonna have to use this one. Right. I'm just gonna bronze up the face. Notice how I didn't set where I'd put the bronzer, because I like it when the bronzer sets the foundation in that area. Color payoff is way better in my opinion. Right, and then we carry it into our eyes. That's why we used bronzer earlier, just to make sure that they blend together very well. I'm actually liking this face, guys. You can't tell me nothing right now. Can't tell me nothing right now. Now it's giving blush. My proper blush brush is still wet. I wash these brushes at like midnight. I don't know who told me to do that. I told myself, but anyway. We're gonna try this highlight's from Revolution. I think I might have said Revlon. And it's the shade Make an Impact. And now I'm gonna use the blush from Revolution in the shade Coral Dream. I think the way they did the decorations is so cute in my opinion, but cute packaging does not always translate to a good product. So first thought, I did go in quite roughly, and the payoff, I think it's more like sheer, but it's like buildable. You definitely have to go in a few times to get payoff, like, well, for me to get my desired payoff. Because guys, I like my blush to show, like my blush needs to show. And make sure you blend it into the bronzer, otherwise you'll have a line of blush and a line of bronzer, and that never looks good. A little bit onto my nose and my forehead. I focus my blush mostly here, then bring it down a little bit. What's next? I'm gonna go in with highlighter next actually. I'm gonna use that same Revolution highlighter we used on the eyes. I started highlighting my face a while ago because I was like, that's so 2016. And I'm like, guys, bring 2016 back. I'm so G. Like, bring 2016 makeup back. I might actually do a video doing my makeup how I used to when I was in high school, which is like 2016, whatever. Because there was an era where we actually used baby powder to set our faces. And like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, my makeup ate during that era. Like, so high points of my nose and then high points of my cheeks. It looks pretty. Usually I would set my face first, but I want to see what it looks like if you use it with the rest of your face before setting. And it doesn't look bad. Oh, like, I'm not gonna knock it. Right, Pookie, now I'm gonna set with my first setting spray. This used to be my holy grail. It's by Maybelline. It's the Lasting Fix. I used to love the setting spray, especially in place of MAC Fix Plus. Especially because MAC Fix Plus is a fixing spray and this is a setting spray. Then let that dry down. Now, my go-to mascara is from MAC, the MAC Stack, and I like the waterproof one. However, there was so much rah-rah about the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. So I want to see. And no, I don't have Ardell Wispies on hand, so I ain't gonna care. Let's see. If this does not send my eyelashes to high heavens, like, I will scream. So let's see. Hold on, there's an issue here. I just had to get back to mascara. With one coat it did something, but I'm not like, wow, if that makes sense. So let's go into the second coat. Okay, I'm not really impressed. I think if you had to use it every day without liner as thick as mine, that's fine, but I get better results from MAC Stack by mascara. MAC Stack by MAC. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed because I was waiting wonders, but then I hadn't allegedly used Ardell Wispies, so I don't know. As a result, I'm gonna put on falsies. That's if I can find the lash glue. I found it. I saw this one in Clicks. It's duo. It's got both black and clear. I prefer black lash glue, but not gonna lie, sometimes a clear glue does drop. There's hair in my face. As usual, we're gonna take our glue. I really should have done this before my lashes, but anyway, how would I have known that this is how the experiment would pan out? The reason I like black lash glue is that you can kind of use it as eyeliner, but if you're not good with your lash glue, then stick to clear, right? However, if you do want to use black lash glue, another way you can do it is to do your eyeliner first, then use that as a guide. I got these lashes from Clicks. Where's the box? I can't see the box, but I got these lashes from Clicks and they are quite good in my opinion. I got a more natural style. I'm just gonna take the telescopic mascara since I already started using it, just to go over. If you like a certain style of falsies but they don't match, whether it's the fullness you want or the definition, just grab a mascara. You can't really see them, but in person they look so cute. Lashes just do everything to your face, to be very honest with you. My next spray is from Revolution. It's the Super Hold Misting Spray, and it's got an ultra matte finish. So what I'm gonna do is take my Maybelline spray again and do a light layer before going in with the Revolution. It's not a continuous mist, which sucks, but life goes on. It smells nice though. So if you have like a fragrance sensitivity, I don't think this is good for you, because she does have a scent. Let me not knock the telescopic. Let's try it under the eyes, okay? It might be better. Under the eyes, it does look nice, but like, would I buy a mascara specifically for my under eyes? No. I'd rather have a mascara that is good for both top and bottom lashes. I'm gonna do an inner corner liner. Not a big one, it's just a little one. You guys can't see, shame. Okay, just gonna go over my wing again because some of that powder got onto it, which killed its definition. So it's time for lippy. I've always wanted to try Kylie lip what was. I was really disappointed by her range of lip liners because the darkest shade is a concealer for me, so whatever. My trick, however, is always use eyeliner as a lip liner if you can't find the shade you want in a lip liner. This is the Kylie liner in the shade Matte Brown. Not gonna lie, it feels like butter, so it's giving smooth. Eyeliner's on. I'm looking for the lippy itself. Could have sworn I bought it. Found it. Is the Kylie Lippy in the shade Candy K. I remember I always wanted to try this one, so I'm quite keen. So I do like the eyeliner as a lippy. This applicator is so lovely. I do like this lippy, it's cute. Right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reline the lips. I think it looks cute. As a matte lip, it's cute, but as you guys know me, I'm a gloss girly. So I'm gonna grab my Huda Beauty Pro Filler Lip Gloss in the shade Honey. This is the first time I'm trying more of a beigey nude lip gloss. So I applied Honey in the center. I'm gonna take my Dior lip gloss. It's pink. And I'm gonna apply that more over the liner. And I think it looks so good, to be honest. Taking a bit more of Honey. Guys, this lip combo, you actually can't tell me shit. Sorry. Can you guys see my face? Get out. I did a cute little side part because I feel like it looks so cute. And all in all, I look good. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna rank everything out of 10. I'm gonna pick up what's closest to me. So it's gonna be in random order. L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. For a drugstore product, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Because it ate. I'm not gonna lie. It's good, it's good. For my drugstore girlies, highly recommend. I'm keen to see how it fares with the Revlon Color Stay though. I've used the Revlon before. It used to be my holy grail, but it's giving you holy grail. On to the Infallible concealers. I'll give these a 6.5. The Dope Foot applicator, the thick applicator, is really good. I love it. However, it is a little bit runny. It's not as runny as other concealers, but it's good. Coverage is, I love the coverage. I actually love the coverage of these, by the way, in case I forgot to say that. So I'll give you a 6.5. What's bringing them down is the fact that they're slightly runny, so you do have to let them sit for a little bit. Not as long as other concealers, but yeah. In fact, no, I'll give it a 7. I'm gonna round it up. What else did I use? The Anastasia powder. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give this homie a 7. I love this powder. It's nice and smooth. It sits very well. I don't know the thoughts. I can't do like thoughts on this spot. I usually try things out. Sits very well. The banana isn't too grey, which I like as well. So yeah, I'll give this, I think I said a 7. 7. Would I reach for it over my Huda? I see myself reaching for this more because Huda tends to like dry a bit. So if you're oily, maybe Huda would be better for you. But 7. What else was new? The eyeliner is a lippy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. The liquid lip. It's really good. It is a bit drying though from when I put it on my lip. So you probably have to make sure your lips are moisturized before you apply it over so that it doesn't like suck the life out of your lips. For that, I'll give it a 6.5. Setting spray, I love it so much. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's really good for making sure that your powders don't look as powdery. And sitting on its own is good. This one though, now that my face has sat for a bit, it gets everything together. I don't know how it wears though, so I might do a wear test update a little later if I remember. If I remember. The time right now is 10:55, so I'll check in again in 8 hours. If I forget, I'm sorry. Blonde brows, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give this a 5. It's not bad, but it's not the best, especially in the drugstore. Drugstore, there's Black Opal. You've got Black Opal is one I reach for the drugstore mostly actually. However, if you can get Benefit, I recommend Benefit way more. Telescopic, I'm gonna give it a 5. Guys, I'm sorry. Don't believe the hype. Don't actually believe the hype. If you wanna try it out. It's better for you than it did for me. But maybe if I curl my lashes. However, with the Max Stack, I don't have to curl my lashes. Like, they just look good. But this one, it's good for under eyes though. But would I recommend buying one eye mascara for your top and one for your bottom? Not really. I think it's best just to have one mascara that can do both. The Revlon blush, she's cute. I'm not gonna lie. She is a little bit sheer, but she is buildable. So if what you want is like color payoff, I wouldn't reach for this. But if you like something that's not too heavy, something a little more subtle that you can build, she's a good one for the drugstore. I'll give her a 6.5. This highlighter, I'm not gonna lie, it looks cute. It looks cute. I'm gonna give it a 7 because it does do job. It shows up quite well. The next time I use it, I'm gonna try it after I use the Maybelline, but before I use the Revlon. Yeah. What else did I use? The Honey Lippy. Yeah, she deserves the hype, I'm not gonna lie. The color payoff is great. Like, it's not a gloss where it's one color, then you put it on and it's clear. The color is there. So if you're a nude lippy girly, she will be your best friend. What else did I use? Peugeot Lash Glue. Oh, Infallible Primer. I'll give it a 6. It's good, especially for drugstore, but if I had the option of this or Smashbox, I'd pick this. If I had the option of this or the Baby Skin Primer by Maybelline, I'd reach for this one because Baby Skin tends to pill quite a bit regardless. I used to love it, but then the pilling would just piss me off. Like, even if I paired it with the silicone based foundation, the pilling would irritate me. So let me give it a 6.5. Yeah, because it's good for the drugstore. I wonder what it feels like under other foundations, but if you use it with Infallible, you got a good combo going. Did I use anything else new? I think that's it actually. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know below if there's any specific products you'd like me to try. I'm willing to go get them and try them for you. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Have you tried any of these products? If you like them, if you don't, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Let's start let's start a conversation in the comment section. And I'll see you guys very soon for the next one. Feel free to request videos you'd like to see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you care. Bye.